Hey everybody, this is Grace. This video I'm just going to talk about diet and stuff like that. Now diet is something that really I've had issues with because I used to always be on a diet, ever since I had a diary that I found several years ago, and it said that I was 12 or 13 years old and I was talking about that I really needed to lose weight. A 12 or 13-year-old girl shouldn't be worried about all that. And I think I did from that point on. And then when I was, I think, 37, they told me I had that adrenal disorder, and no matter what, I would not have lost weight, no matter how much I dieted. And back then, they put me on 500-calorie diets, and I could stick to them. I've never really been that much on eating a lot, I guess, because, I was always on a diet. But anyway, now, so I'm saying diet, but this is what I'm trying, this kind of thing is what I'm trying to do. Is, because I'm diabetic, I wanted to stop starting tomorrow, which is the 1st of June. I don't know when I'll put this video up, but I want to start just doing something I did when I was younger, when I was first told that I was diabetic. And then I was controlling it through diet alone, and that lasted, I don't know how many years, but I wanted to try doing it like I did then, which was, then I gave up sweets, totally gave up sweets, told myself I couldn't drink anything with sugar in it, gave that up, and I did diet a little bit, but really I eat the same now as I did then, so, yeah. Anyway, I want to start off this next month, which is my birthday month. I take the whole month of June, but I'll be 56, by the way. I want to start then and just eliminate any kind of sweets. Now, to me, that includes things like pastries. I never really eat much cake at all. Cake is, okay, I'm going to start there. With things like cookies, cakes, candy, which is not something that I eat a lot of, except for donuts, about once a week. Yeah. Once a week I'll eat a donut, sometimes a little more. But I want to just eliminate all those. And then, if it goes okay, the next month, starting in July, I'll add something more. Now, my habit is not to eat a lot of bad things as it is, but every once in a while I think is causing me some problems. And I want to get back to where I am starting to add more things like, fruits and vegetables instead. Okay, so does anybody want to do it with me? Yeah, just not have any sweets. Anything, any kind of sweets for all of June, and see how it goes. But I can't tell anybody to do that because, it might be something wrong with you that you can't do something like that. Yeah, I'm not a doctor. Not a healthcare professional. Woo. Okay, y'all missed the woman who was, maybe you saw her pushed out on the street. She got herself out in the street, and here her car's coming, the other way so she could cross it. Anyway, when I passed her by, I looked over there. She was acting like there's nothing wrong. Usually, for me, if I had done something, which I wouldn't do, I would think I'd be like, oh my goodness, nervous or something, and it would show. But like I said, I wouldn't do something like that. So, yeah. Am I so self-righteous? I'm so perfect. No, I'm not. Now I'm basically making a block because I never can remember where this one place is. And the thing about it is they have two roads with almost the same name that go parallel to one another, one after the other, and it makes it so confusing out here. Seriously. All these years we've lived here. Now I get which one's first, which one's north, which one's south, and all that, but where things are lined up on them gets confusing. And so, same thing happens to Adam. Is it between this one and this one, or is it north of that one or south of that one? Yeah. They should never name two streets so similar. Really. And they shouldn't make lights so long. I even paused or turned it off and back on. Oh, yeah. In the middle of the neighborhood. So anyway, I'm going to do that and see how it goes. I had a donut today. Today's the 31st of May. So I had my donut, so I won't be saying, I should have had a donut. But so starting tomorrow, no sweets for me, no pastries, nothing like that. But like I said, I'm not much on eating any candy because I know what it's going to be, especially candy. Oh my goodness, I know. Like one little piece, oh my goodness, you know, it's like I committed the biggest sin as far as being my kind of diabetic. I can't say that for everybody. That's that same woman, yep, who gave her driver's license. And I have to figure out for the next month, you know, what exactly I want to eliminate. And I think it's going to be anything that's, I've already eliminated, by the way, rice, pretty much, totally. Maybe once or twice a year. But so this time I think it's going to be potatoes. Anything that's made out of potatoes, has potatoes in it, which I'm not much of a potato person, so you're saying, well, what are you giving up here? But you might be surprised when you really start to think of it, how much you eat that has something that, you know, when you add them all together, I think is the biggest thing. You know, when you have so many of these different things that you, when you start eliminating them, you see how many you have. Like right now I'm going to Whataburger. It's Friday night. That's what we usually do, is get some fast food. So, but it's not just that one day. No, I don't think fast food will ever be eliminated totally. I don't think so. We don't eat that much. So. And the reason I say that about I don't think fast food or just eating out at a restaurant, you know, whatever it is, I don't think we'll eliminate that because cooking just for us, it's like a waste. We don't like leftovers. So, and there's going to be some leftovers, and I've adjusted over. Yeah, I know how to adjust to cook less and all that. That's a lot of work. So, but every once in a while we'll have something out, and I'm going to start trying new. Like I said, I'm starting to try new restaurants, find new restaurants, even holes in the wall, and see what they have. We just, neither one of us, we can't find anything that seems a little less carbs and more meat products. Yeah, you know, less carbs. It's just tons of carbs. But these places out here, they're mainly chain restaurants, you know, fast foods, whatever. They're chain, and usually it's all carbs, you know, like I said, very little meat. Where's the beef? You know, kind of thing. Yeah. Okay, and actually finding a place to buy like cooked, something that's cooked, you know, there's so much sodium on it, in everything. But just to find something that just, you know, sells a good meat, like a barbecue place or whatever, very little. The main one around here we don't like, and then there's I think family owned and operated one. And every time I go, there's some problem. Like one time they didn't give us, it was for Adam wanted two halves of chicken. They gave us one, and I went back, and the woman, she's around my age, she said, well, I'm glad you didn't eat it because the guy that put it in there gave you the display. You know? And she said you probably would have gotten really sick. Yeah. You know, that was the last time we went there, or the next to last. Well, I think it was the last. Yeah. Okay, I'm kind of rambling on this. I don't know. I think that clip was just rolling. Yeah. I'll probably have to, if I remember to delete it at all. But, yeah. So you might have heard a lot of silence if I don't forget. Yeah. Which way is it? Which way is it? Oh, my goodness. I pulled into a parking space and deleted that clip. It was 1 minute and 19 seconds of just air. Well, I think at the first of it I said, woo! I think the sun or something hit my eye. I don't know. Kind of rambling. But where was I going? Okay, with this video, yeah, where was I headed? But basically, I was talking about doing this kind of diet thing at the beginning of it, and it worked really well for me the first time I did it, but I was young then. I mean, there's a big difference when you're young and you're going on a diet. I don't know about other people. See, I have an adrenal disorder. I don't know how it works for other people, and everybody's different as it is. But for me, when my doctor first diagnosed me when I was young, I think I was in my 20s. How old was I? 24, 23, 24? I don't know. and he said lose it or die, the weight, because I was bigger than I am now. And I'm really not that big, but yeah, I do have some because of the adrenal disorder. And he said lose it or die. That was before they knew I had an adrenal disorder. And so I went on this diet and all that, and I lost, I quit drinking anything with sugar in it. I used to just say, to shorthand it, I'd say, I quit drinking sugar. But I quit drinking anything with sugar, stopped eating any kind of sweets, really watched my carbohydrates like you wouldn't believe. And although I've never been told how many grams of, grams I think it is, of carbohydrates per day I should have, and I've asked, and they would never give an answer. Never. No healthcare professional, no matter how many times I asked, none of them would give an answer. What is this stuff? What's going on there? What is this? Did you see that? I'm not going to go and cut that one out, but basically the car in front of me kind of slowed down because there was a police officer sitting to the coming out, and then the police officer did come out, went across 3 lanes, got behind me when I was slowing down because the person in front of me had basically slowed down quite a bit. Quickly. Didn't totally stop, but almost. Yeah, that would have been pretty bad if the police officer would have hit me. Especially, let's see, his SUV has on it supervisor. He's a police supervisor. Okay. But anyway, these roads, this one is, I think, 35. The next one over is 30. And the other one over is 40. Okay, and these are roads that run parallel to one another. Yeah, this is, what do they call that? What is it that people call it? A ticket trap? What is it? What is it? I can't remember. But yeah, I wish I could remember that. That's going to drive me nuts that I can't remember. What do they call, what's that term for it? Yeah. Yeah, okay. I think I've rambled enough. And, the road suddenly becomes 40. And they just want to confuse people, if you ask me. I know, conspiracy theory. So I really don't think that way. No, really don't. It's just, it is what it is. It's different areas on the streets, they got rules. This or that. Business is this, and this other that. Yeah, it went up to 40. I see. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to wrap this one up. I really need to get a lot of videos off of my cell phone. Right now it's saying I only have storage for something like 20 minutes. I usually don't get it down to that, so I need to get a lot of them off of there. But I used to do that and upload them and let them sit there and then make them public by scheduling them out. Because if you just make them public right then, it's not going to show anybody. It depends on how many people they watch. It's not going to show them that you just put a new one out. You have to schedule it out. You could schedule it out for the next 15-minute block to go public. But then I started seeing that might be causing me problems, issues still. It used to in the past. So then I tried to do them like once I put the video, once I upload it, make it public right then, publish it right then, instead of scheduling it or just letting it sit there for months, days, weeks, months, a year. Recently, I had found one from a year ago that was still not made public. Yeah. But I don't know. Now I've got a phone full of videos, because when I go out, I usually make more than one. And so I got a bunch. Only 20 minutes left. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. Talk to you on another video.